Worst floods in over a century. But as the city begins its recovery process, CNBC TV18's Jude Sannith reports that the region's real estate market has been brought down to its knees.
Flooded houses and offices, waterlogged roads, a backed-up sewer system, power disruptions. Chennai has been left battered and bruised by over a month of incessant torrential rainfall. According to weather forecaster SkyMet, the city received 121.9 centimeters of rainfall in November, 3 times the monthly average of 40.7 centimeters. In addition, the first 9 days of December have already recorded nearly 54 centimeters of rain against the monthly average of 19.1 centimeters. This is what areas like the IT Expressway on Old Mahabalipuram Road went through at the peak of Mother Nature's tantrums. Chennai's wet spell seems to be back after a brief respite in the morning. We're on Old Mahabalipuram Road, which is Chennai's IT Expressway. And as you can see, the road is completely inundated. Remember, this is one of the city's most low-lying areas. It plays host to some of Chennai's IT companies. Some of these companies have in fact already declared an off for their employees. Companies like Cognizant and Amazon have asked the employees to take a days off. If you could pan to my left, if the cameraman could pan to my left, I can show you how some of these IT campuses in Chennai have begun pumping water out of their campuses, given the fact that a lot of these companies themselves are clearly inundated, flooded after the deluge that has lasted for over 2 days now. And the worst part is the fact that the rain is expected to continue well into Tuesday, which means the city could be bracing for another day at least of unrelenting rainfall. For a week now, despite the occasional shower, the city has been wading back to normalcy. But the struggle for several new homes in this real estate corridor is palpable. Buildings in areas like Velachery, Perumbakam and Sholinganallur, all emerging real estate locations, are battling structural and infrastructural damage due to waterlogging. And initial estimates about the recovery for the real estate sector are gloomy at best.
If the recovery was to happen in 4 quarters, it may take 5 or 6 quarters. But I don't think it's going to have a major impact, but short-term impact, definitely it would have.
For developers, it's a new nightmare. OMR and South Chennai currently suffer an inventory overhang of 24 months, and this could now spike to 36 months. As on date, these neighborhoods are home to 65% of Chennai's new real estate, with prices between 3,000 and 7,000 rupees per square foot. Many who bought homes in new developments blame a lot of their current troubles on developers. They claim these builders picked out low-lying areas to launch new projects. But both developers and the Corporation of Chennai say they can only factor in normal rainfall.
CMDA master plan even now identifies flood-prone areas and they detest approving plans. I'm not defending anybody, but this is all there, and they ask for PWD clearances if in the plan it is supposed to be no flood-prone, and PWD puts up some conditions and want the level to be raised, but it doesn't account for still the catastrophic situations like this.
With floodwaters receding and rainfall losing a lot of its intensity, developers are now taking steps to get construction and business back on track. But when it comes to returning the tag of prime real estate destination to these waterlogged neighborhoods, developers may find they're up the creek without a paddle. In Chennai, Jude Sannith.